The most far-reaching damage a weak yes can cause is impact number 2. A weak yes trains the system to see your business as riskier. When they accepted that $20,000 loan, Sandra and her partner were not thinking about future lenders. They were thinking about this month. Cover the shortfall, keep projects moving, stabilize the situation. But every funding approval exists within a risk bracket. That bracket reflects how much confidence lenders have in a business. Lower risk inspires broad confidence, which leads to a strong yes. Higher risk results in limited confidence, which leads to a weak yes. The structure of Sandra's approval reflected the level of confidence the system currently had in their business. Not the kind of confidence that unlocks strong terms, but just enough to approve within tighter boundaries. That classification shows up in the numbers, in cash flow movements, in bank statement behavior, in credit reports, in underwriting reviews. And here's what really matters. Lenders don't underwrite explanations, they underwrite patterns. Think about a traffic cam for a moment. It doesn't know that a husband sped through the red light because his pregnant wife was about to give birth. It doesn't record intent, it records movement. Likewise, lenders don't see our client payments were late. They see the numbers. They see the level of capital the business previously qualified for. They see the risk bracket of the business. That determines their confidence level and their decision. Before Sandra and her partner accepted the weak yes, the system had already classified their business at a higher risk level. That's why they got denied again and again before finally being offered that weak yes. The weak yes may have filled a cash flow gap, but it also added new signals to the system. Signals that make their business look riskier than before. If Sandra applies for funding again before this loan is fully repaid, the system doesn't interpret that as temporary pressure. It interprets it as confirmation. Confirmation that the business fits within the same higher risk bracket. A bracket that's easy to fall into and much harder to get out of. A weak yes is never neutral. It doesn't just shrink breathing room, it can train the system to treat your business as higher risk going forward. And that affects what happens next.